Hey guys, so I just wanted to share this video real quick here. So this is my Keybow Macropad, and I have been adding labels to the keys because I've been adding more functionality to this and, mapping out more keys. Wanted to keep track of them. So anyways, yeah, so I have like copy, cut, paste, and, these are a whole lot easier than using two, it's so much easier on your fingers than having to reach for two keys at the same time. Select all, select the entire current line, save, find, undo, redo. This types some opening HTML tags, some closing HTML tags. This is like the less than symbol in HTML, but you need like the escape sequence, and this is the the greater than. So I'll show you how that works. But these labels, I've been printing them out with this label maker over here. This Demo letter tag. So if you want to know where you can pick this up, I'm going to try to leave a link in the description for this. But yeah, I'm going to try to leave a link in the description for that, and I'm going to try to leave some info for these for the Keybow, and also for the code for where I map this out. I'm going to try to leave some info for that too. So I'm going to show you some of the code, and then I'm going to show you, I'm basically going to pan my camera up and show you some of the code on the screen. Not doing a screen capture of this today, but then I'm going to actually show you how the Macropad works. So here we go. Here's my screen, and see here, you can see how, like if you, hold on, just because of the way I arranged my desk for this video, it's hard to reach for my mouse, but yeah, I see here, key number 7 on the Macropad, it does this closing key sequence, closing HTML tags. Key number 3, it does these opening tags, and you'll see that in a minute. And the tag, the ones labeled tag on, like this does the less than and the greater than. So when you type those keys, that's what you're gonna get. And yeah, I also have a bunch of other things mapped out here. So let's see. Yeah, so for each key, like key number 6, for example, over here, yeah, key number 6, it will send. So I put in some logic here, depending on if I have this plugged into my Linux box or my Windows box or my Mac. If it's on a Mac, it's going to use different key codes. So I put in some if-else stuff. So like for my Mac, it's going to do like the GUI button and left shift key code Z, whereas with Windows or Linux, it's just left control left shift key code Z, right? So some some logic in there. And let's scroll up here. What else do we have? A bunch of key mappings here in this file. And if you want this file yourself, check the link in the description. I have this on GitHub. I have the link to that, and I have the link to my site where I have an older version of this, but the newer version as of today is on GitHub. So I have all that links in the description. Check the links in the description. Also have a link for the for this label printer here. And yeah, so check that out. And yeah, this is basically what I wanted to show you for this. This is based on the example that they give you with Keybow, but I've heavily modified it with a ton of other stuff. And see this variable right here, my platform, equals PC. You just change it to Mac and it's going to work. This if-else statements will let you use this just as well on a Mac. So on a Mac, like, yeah, like these keys on your keyboard will be swapped around, and you'll use like instead of Control C, Control V, you're going to do the window key Control Z, Control V, and on a Mac. So if I use the same keyboard on a Mac, you're just using this instead of this to do copy and paste. And if you have an actual Apple keyboard, these two keys get swapped around. So having to remember that's a bit of a pain. So that's where the Macropad comes in. It's great for switching between Mac and PC, but it's also great for, either way, it's going to hurt your pinky, right? You're going to hit Control C, Control V. You're going to bend your pinky like that. It's not fun for the Control key or for that window key, this is actually the Command or the Apple key on a Mac. Either way you do it, it's not fun, right? If you do it a lot, if you're constantly editing things all day long, it hurts your finger. Doing once or twice, no big deal. But if you do it a lot, it's not good. So that's where the Macropad comes in, and it saves a lot of time with these. I'm going to show you how those work right now. So let's just look up here, and let's bring this in. It's hard to reach for my mouse on the way I have this set up now. All right, so I'm going to press the first code and the second code. So First code button types this whole thing out for me. Second code button closes that for me, because I'm doing a lot of documentation where I have like code blocks on my websites, and so I'm constantly editing files where I have to paste in like an opening. I have this code pre, constantly typing, copying and pasting those. Copy one, paste it, copy the other, paste it. So having a button that just types it like that is so convenient. And if you do like I can do copy, cut, paste. So for example, I can do, let's say, select the line, right? So I say select line, selects the whole line. I say cut, that cut it, and then I can just paste it with one key. Select line, cut, paste, really fast, like 3 keystrokes, right? So that's really convenient, and I absolutely love this Macropad. Really terrific, highly recommend it. It contains a Raspberry Pi 2040, and apparently there are newer ones. I think I was poking around the web today, and apparently they have like Raspberry Pi Zeros inside these. So that's a whole other thing. That's probably actually a lot better. But so I haven't looked into it too deeply yet, but I think this is an older model, but it works great. It's the Raspberry Pi 2040, all the power you really need for a Macropad, but this is a pretty neat device. And this middle board here is the one that has the actual, Raspberry Pi, chip inside it. So there's that. But so pretty nice device, and got some labels on it now. Really happy with those. And the labels, I was originally thinking they would be kind of a pain touching this with the labels on it. Like they would bother me having these labels on here, but they do not stick up too much, and I barely notice them. They add a little bit of like, I can feel them a little bit, like I can feel they're there, but otherwise I don't notice. They're just, the keys just aren't as smooth as they would be without those. So yeah, that was all good. And so this definitely makes life easier for me. Remember, check the links in the description. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you get updates, leave a comment down below, all that stuff. Hopefully you found this useful, enjoyed watching this and all that stuff. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.